Hello, and thank you for joining me. High Priestess Healer, practice kindness. This is going to be a collective reading. Spirits, angels, and guides, please be with us and let us know the theme here today. It's about a King of Pentacles. So starting a new business or having a King of Pentacle type of person with characteristics come your way. Something to do with a raise or your boss. Could be something good, an opportunity, something big. Starting your own business. Bringing just more value to your life. Monetarily. Also could be in other ways, but looks like crossing it as an obstacle or challenge could be the Four of Swords. So maybe just trying to heal is not the easiest thing to do at the moment, to move forward and to have temperance and be balanced. And so there might be some there's an urgency here to meditate and contemplate and make sure you're not beguiled in any way, that you are connected and aligned to receive your answers. You're balanced spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. And so your energy is good and your connection is good. And you can know for a surety of things that you're looking for answers to, or if you're trying to change different perceptions, knowing that you're having some kind of difficulties in your you know, whatever these difficulties are, you're probably looking for answers for them. And so it seems that there above you is what you're thinking of, you know, your assets or your strength, and that's, you know, love. So you want love. It's in your midst. It's all around you. You're rich in love. Looks like you're down here, Ten of Pentacles, and you know, you feel abundant. You have seemingly to have everything, and yet there's still some unanswered questions or healings that need to take place from previous pains and worries and hurts that those swords possibly brought. And so you need to look in your subconscious and really like evaluate what it is that needs to be changed. What is it that you want to keep the same? Just reevaluate your goals with what they were last year. Have they changed? If so, how can you get to that? You know, be thinking of how you can take action and what you can do to, you know, do your part, and then leave, you know, let the universe move the rest towards you. But I like the fact that you're in a Ten of Pentacles state of mind where you do feel like you are enjoying the present, and you know, you're stable. You feel stable and secure. So above you is you know, someone you can see eye to eye with. Somebody that there's deep emotions, a deep soul bond. There's no secrets kept. They honor one another from a deep place. There's healthy boundaries. But that's the way it's supposed to be, right? So you have the strength to do that. Like you had the ability to do that. There must have been some kind of pain or hurt that came along to throw you off your path a bit, to bring some wobble to the situation. maybe money being in one of those issues, but not really seeing that with this Ten of Pentacles, unless it was a problem, but now you're being offered a new beginning, and you are sitting on top of Ten of Pentacles, because the other person has great value and you do too, and you see it in each other, and you know, that's the way life is. But in the what's around you stage, there's like an Eight of Swords. And so I think people are just need to do some more research and figure out why they feel that way, why they feel insecure, or why they feel unhappy, or why they keep replaying things in their mind, you know, that are possibly like haunting them or don't have answers to, you know. And I just recommend that you don't do that and think about it every day, you know. Focus on positive things, and ask your angels daily to help you, and, you know, take the good and leave the bad. Focus on the good and enjoy where you're at while striving to be better. But to get more into your heart space, okay, and more out of your mind space, okay, because that's what's going to make your relationships grow, you know, not just monetarily and feeling insecure. Like, you know, you may have a home, you may have, you know, a stream of income, but, you know, what you're really craving or after is possibly, you know, greater love, you know, greater stability in love, greater emotional stability. And so here in the hopes and fears is a Knight of Pentacles. And so possibly, you know, if there's this big offer here, King of Pentacles, you know, it could be also including love, and possibly you're being presented with this gift that has now arrived, because or there's something you're waiting on that you fear will never come, or that you won't obtain. So, you know, you're wanting action, you know, more action taken, I guess, to make these pentacles, you know, grow even further, you know, including, you know, more love. You could be, you know, presented with an offer, because I do see in the outcome here, which is really nice, that there is a Queen of Cups and there is a Knight of Cups. So, you know, this could be a male and female or vice versa, but there is a male here, King of Pentacles, you know. So it does feel like a male energy, and this does feel like a female energy. It doesn't have to be, though. This could be this person really wanting to go from stable monetarily, perhaps, but, you know, not being really vulnerable and open, you know, from within, to bring the depth they want into this relationship. And it's more about a different kind of stability than what is needed to have a fulfilling relationship, which is more than just money, right? It also includes emotional fulfillment. But it looks like it is accomplished, so that's great. So either in Queen of Cups is in coming your way, and or a Knight of Pentacles is coming your a King of Pentacles is coming your way. Or maybe, you know, you're just scared of the fact that, you know, you have love above you, and you have who you feel is your soulmate, and, you know, you feel that things are secure, yet you know that things may possibly be on you know, the mend still from certain hurts and pains, hence the the swords, the 4 swords, and the meditation needed and the healing and recovery process still not over. So down here we do see temperance, so we do see there is healing taking place, but you know, it did take some time to gain new knowledge here, you know, when as you reach the hangman state. And then, you know, you got to realize that once you gain a new perspective, you still have to learn to implement it, which means you have to fall and make mistake and make mistake and make mistake, you know. But you also have to decide at what point do you cut that off, where it's just, you know, too many mistakes, you know, and, you know, you're ready for a new beginning. If, you know, there's relationship issues and the person, one or both of the people are continuously making the same vicious cycle of mistakes, which we're trying to get out of, right? These vicious patterns, old ancestral patterns. And so I think, you know, this could be an issue that because this person is thinking in their mind and they're wondering so many things, you know, and they might be thinking that someone else is coming in and bringing a pentacle to, you know, their person. So, or maybe, you know, they're wanting to make, you know, an offer to somebody, you know, to their love, the one that they love, to their Queen of Cups. So this person that they love, they really want to show them, I am this King of Pentacles. Here is my pentacle. I give you everything that I have and that I am. But yes, I still have some things to work on when it comes to an emotional nature. And so they want to offer you a cup of love. And that seems like something very genuine, whether it's from a new person or the person you're with. They're the person that it could be the current male does actually, you know, come to learn how to be in their compassionate side, loving side, vulnerable side, and embrace this, you know, divine feminine to complement their divine masculine selves, and showing up as this queen ready to, you know, now give and take, you know, equally in the emotional portion of the relationship that just can't be lived without, right? Because we all know it's not just about money and stability and, you know, things that we have to do. It's also about, you know, love and romance and having joy and bliss with, you know, you're someone that somebody that compliments you and you feel very loved in their presence, and that you love as well, and that comes naturally, right? Because you love them. And so this is my cup, and it's real. I know in the past I've said it wasn't, you know, or I gave it to you before and then I took advantage of it, but I'm here, you know, not just me, but now God knows I've changed. You know, God knows that I've learned the necessary perspectives to have more value towards this this relationship and partnership, to bring the love to it, and not just the stability. And I want this to work. And so once that person decides that and takes action, right, then this is the action, right? The Queen of Cups. I'm sorry, this is the action, the Knight of Cups. This is him actually doing something, right? I am the Queen of Cups, but now I'm doing things that show you I love you, especially those that you think or feel or love, right? Everybody has their different love languages. And so the universe steps in and says, let me help you. And they said, here, we're going to give you this wheel, and it's going to turn you to a new direction. So now your happiness and success can come in. And then, of course, also it could be, you know, somebody new coming in, and this is them, and they are offering you a cup of love, and the wheel turns and fate takes you into a different direction. So I wouldn't know why, you know, somebody would want to go to a different direction if they now can be a queen, they can give love. This would make this relationship be able to work, unless somebody has already given up, because this is somebody in their surroundings. So maybe they're like, I can't handle this anymore, this is way too much pain, like I can't heal these pains here, I'm still learning my lessons, you know, and feeling stuck, you know, that maybe the partner's not doing what they would like, or they're not doing what they would like, right? So there's no compromise going on, and or maybe there's not a good communication, right? Because there's swords there, and she would feel stuck, and you know, he's dealing with money, and she's probably wanting to talk about things of an emotional nature. And finally up here we do see that they realize that how important it really is, you know, to love and be loved, to feel compassion and want that person to be out of pain, instead of taking things possibly, you know, personal, and deciding to now, you know, help this person, right? Take offense to some things. Maybe some of them were things that they did to them, but you know, until this person is as healed, as they're not really ready to, you know, give love. And so that may be a reason that this new offer comes in, and this person moves forward with another, because they're ready for an ascension of love and to feel loved and be loved. And the universe wants to provide that for us. This says mistakes. Allow me to know it's okay to make mistakes. Let me always take care of the inner child so he or she feels loved no matter what. So I think if we work on healing our inner child, that's a good place to start when it comes to trying to heal the situation between, on the bottom of the deck, King of Wands also. So there's definitely new love coming in, or renewed love. It's somebody possibly who was this Knight of Pentacles and decided that they wanted to boss up, and they wanted to be the person the other needed, and you know, now they're King of Pentacles. But they're scared that, you know, what they have to offer is not going to be accepted, maybe. They're dealing with, you know, High Priestess, or you are a High Priestess, so they know that this person's not just going to take any type of, you know, person or situation. They can feel energy of people, and they know that that person has, you know, healthy boundaries, and is possibly not able to take any more of the swords. And but it does seem that whoever this High Priestess is, they are able to now transmute energy that's not theirs, or that's not good, and move it outward so that they can bring healing to the situation. They can comprehend things deeply now, and of a spiritual nature, and are really you know, bossing up, you know, especially if there was some kind of a breakup, you know, and the wheels change, and you know, this person may have tried to do healing on their own, and really get into their High Priestess nature, and focus on their spirituality, so more answers and healing can come. So that is what I see here. So it is about balance, change of perspectives, opportunities, reevaluating, healing pains, stability, or lack thereof, having to learn a lot of new things and implement them, and make mistakes doing them, integrating divine feminine and masculine, so that there's love and money, okay? But there definitely is a lot of love here. We have a Page of Cups, so that could be a new beginning, or it could be just someone wanting to start new and fresh in their relationship. Some kind of good news that happens. Somebody who is eager to try out the new feelings they have of compassion or love, and give it. There is a Knight and there is a Page of Cups, so you know, this Queen of Cups for me could be here that the Knight is coming to take action, you know, and then the Page is like, it's a new relationship. From what I see, it's like an offer, you know, an offer of love is what it seems. This one maybe was just being, you know, in the ethers, right? The 5D realm where they want to and they're taking action. But sometimes there's action being taken and you don't see results until a certain point, right? And so maybe as the wheels turned and the universe helped and you got further knowledge and making decisions and healed, then that, you know, offer presented itself, you know. And you'll have to decide at that time if you're going to take it or not. You're still guarding your heart or not. Is it from, you know, the divine or not? Have you finished healing or not? Or are you going to keep looking at the cups that were spilled? And then, you know, just wait for further light and knowledge, and you will get it if you will just keep yourself aligned. Don't come from fear. And, you know, you're going to figure out how to love yourself first. Love is here, and it is abundant. There is a lot of love here. And it falls right under the Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, Ace of Cups. So it's a gift to you. That's two gifts. That's two aces here, plus the wheel. There's a lot of major arcana, and it is about, you know, your divine masculine or feminine. And not only are they coming in with a brand new offer of love, but they have lots of passion and energy, and, you know, wanting to really like either amp up the relationship or get it started, or, you know, bring some passion to it, you know. If it's a renewal or if it's new also, it's always, you always have that honeymoon phase. But with that big Ace of Cups and the Queen of Cups, the High Priestess, all these cups, fire can just bring, it can just be added onto it. So, you know, if you have too much passion and lust and not enough, you know, real true love, then that's not good. But here we have love and we have passion and desire. You know, someone who's willing to go through flames, you know, with the other person, willing to work on new ideas together, just eager to start new projects or new challenges. They're up for new challenges or adventures. Instead of feeling, you know, fear, now they're feeling fearless. And you can see the difference because the face here, right, is downtrodden, saddened, you know, still thinking about the past and the pain and the grief, and not ready to move on, you know, until they get further enlightenment, right, with this Ace of Swords. Let's see if we can turn this. With this Ace of Swords over here. So that Ace of Swords is what they needed. They needed the wisdom, you know, but that comes in divine timing sometimes. So if you're waiting for some kind of answer, some kind of, you know, what can I do to heal myself, and you don't know how to do it, ask, you know, and then the universe will send you signs. You know, God, the Holy Spirit within you can guide you to, you know, people, places, books, things, words, songs that can help you to realize what you're thinking. Music can do that for me sometimes, you know, and help you to recognize, oh yeah, that's the feeling I have. And then you can go from there. Okay, now what can I do to process this? So my heart can be, you know, an empty vessel that's not an empty, a full vessel. Here we go, full cup that's ready to give as much as they're ready to receive. You know, and they won't be in this Eight of Swords anymore, or just worried, you know, about money. But it does seem that this couple is coming into not just abundance of money and stability, and opportunities in, you know, that manner with their homes and families, and education. But now you can see that there's a ton of cups on the board. So there's a lot of progress being made. But it's only because of the fact that you see people putting in the work. See, he's meditating, and this one he's waiting on something. Maybe he's waiting on someone else to change, or you're waiting on someone else to change a behavior that might be, you know, causing destruction to a relationship. So each one just needs to focus on themselves, you know, and figure out what is it that I need to work on, and then, you know, success happens as you work on those things. But it goes both ways, and it takes two to tangle. Whoever this is meditating, though, I see, and, you know, really waiting, you know, and trying to listen. You have to listen for divine guidance and timing while working on their inner self, right? Their inner emotional balance, and all to, you know, strengthen the relationship. That's the goal here. But to strengthen it, you know, emotionally, and not have to go through further, you know, experiences that are seemingly negative to get to where they want to be, you know. Instead, you know, you can sit down, talk together, see what the issues are, work on compromises, talk about goals and plans, like see what the other person's into, try and see what you can do to renew that relationship, and, you know, set those boundaries. If, you know, y'all are willing, there's enough love, then believe that, you know, that big Ace of Cups is, you know, this relationship, taking those tiny steps every day that made it into this huge cup of love that's overflowing, and, you know, the continued passion and love as well. This does feel like a female energy, this Four of Cups, who's sitting and thinking, and it does actually look like she's offered a cup. So yesterday we saw a man leaving, and then today we're seeing there's a woman, but it doesn't have to be. It could be male. And, you know, this person could be seeing if they're wanting to be offered this cup from this Queen of Cups that is being brought to them, and confronted with it, you know, by this Page of Cups. And does that could be that cup there, if they're trying to decide, you know, do I take this, do I not? So just remember, we have retrograde going on, and, you know, to not to make hasty decisions, especially if you're not emotionally stable or 100%, right? But looks like there will be offers on the table. And let's see, after, it's possible that, let's see, it's possible here that this love was accepted, and this Page of Wands is the new person, because I see a tower. But I don't know if it's you know, what that's about. There could be some sudden change of sorts. That could be a good thing because we do have pages here, and obviously we want them to turn into knights and kings and queens and emperors and empresses, etc. So there is that tower that is going to fall, and that's great because then you get to ascend to a new level of awareness. You know, the destruction sometimes just doesn't feel very comfortable, but it may be necessary to, you know, break down a certain old programming or way or behavior or what have you, because this person is now very motivated. Like, there's a lot of love now, so they had to have gone through this Wheel of Fortune must have really prompted them to get in touch with their spirituality and just and realize how much, you know, love they have for the other, and taking it more serious, and, you know, really bringing to the table, you know, what's needed. Is it too late or not? I don't know. She's like downward, looking down. She's thinking. She's kind of bored. She's kind of sad. Looks like a feeling like of hopelessness. But then all of a sudden she gets this burst of knowledge, and it's like, okay, now I know what to do. You know, I want love. I know what it looks like. I know what it feels like. I've been loving on myself. I know what my boundaries are, and, you know, I really want to get moving now. I want to get moving. I have motivation, so I'm breaking down my old, you know, self, so to speak. You know, like, before you renew, you have to self-destruct almost, unfortunately. You know, sometimes we learned the hard way. Sometimes we don't have such an abrupt or harsh time of pain of the change. So it looks like there was plenty of motivation, whatever that is, and lots of energy, and it looks like, you know, they're going to do what they got to do, right, to make this, I would say, marriage work, because it's Hierophant, right? So that's the priest or the church organization. And so, yeah, it looks like there could be a gust of wind to where the old in this person actually does go away, and their heart does mend, so they can open and accept that cup. And that would make the marriage, you know, work, you know, cutting out, you know, determination, right? There's a Knight of Swords. They're determined to make themselves better, to make this marriage work. So this is down here where I'm talking about this Knight of Swords right now. You know, it's not like a Page of Pentacles where he's coming very slowly. This one is charging, and this person is like, I'm going to do whatever it takes. What do I need to do? And I want my Empress, you know. The Empress could be woman or man, right? I want my divine masculine or feminine, basically. And so, you know, with that motivation of, you know, I want to be worthy of this divine Empress that he or she has come to become, right? Because Empress could be a Libra, and then we have a lot of fire, so those, so that could be Aries, you know, Sagittarius and Leo. And then, I mean, everything's on the board. We have the cups, you know, too. There's a lot of water. So, Pisces and Cancer, and I forget the other one. Pisces, Cancer, and one other one. And then, of course, we got the Pentacles, the Earth. So, you know, Taurus, Capricorn. And, oh yeah, the other one, this one is Gemini for Swords. Yeah, but it could just be, it could also be a tower falling, on this marriage, meaning the marriage is falling, right? Because there's a tower and it's not in the line of it's not in line of the marriage, but it's the next card is the Hierophant. So something could have changed drastically in the marriage. It doesn't have to be a divorce. It just could be some type of change. It could be a good change, right? Because towers could have good moments where it's like, oh, finally we got past that. Now we can move on to something better, right? Something more peaceful, harmonious, etc. And all because, this person was determined to get their Empress. And I would say that the Knight of Swords is a male, and it's a Libra, Gemini, whatever the other one is for swords, because they want their Empress. Whoever this is that is their Two of Cups, that is their Empress. That is who they love. That is who they see as their soulmate. That is who they see as their Queen of Cups. This is who they have great love for. And once this action really they started to put into action, and then that's when the wheel turned, and the good fortune started to happen, and they really were connected more spiritually, which, connected them to source, brings you that sense of love that you need to give to others. And let's see here. We just got people who are, just feeling way too much weight on them, and some wanting to give up, or some are at the end, right? Like they've been burned so many times. They have 10 wands. They're ready to just like surrender and give in, and that's a great place to be, because then the divine can take over and you can stop trying to control things, and things will happen as they're supposed to, which would make sense, because that means justice can come in, and that's the next card. So the scales, will be like balanced. Any kind of reconciliation that needed to take place happens. You made up for each other, for the things that you did, your karma, for so to speak, and you became the person that you always knew you could be, or you knew that was inside you, or that you knew you had to be, right? Because that Empress is not going to accept anybody else but an Emperor. So this Emperor, as soon as this Emperor arrives, that's going to be the time that is a divine union, right? So just, keep in hermit mode and keep moving forward, trying to heal and integrate, divine masculine and feminine, and following, the promptings of your soul, and just keep working on, how can I make this better, equal give and take, not being of two minds or two hearts, being more generous with your time and energy, with your compliments, with whatever each other needs to, be fulfilled and happy. Okay, so basically the action is what I'm seeing is lacking, and when action is taken, I start to see things grow. And so when I see things grow because of the action, it's letting me know that sometimes it's at a point where it's stale, and so nothing moves. It moves forward. It stays the same or backwards, But let's see. But the good thing is that the Emperor and the Empress do end up together. Okay, the divine counterpartners, whoever that may be, right? You'll know because you have that knowledge within you. Everybody does. They're in the same line. And some of the people that do these readings, they like to look at it all the way from like the top to the bottom. So, you know, we have a Queen of Cups that's being, you know, no, I'm sorry, we do have a Queen of Cups, but she has some offers that are being offered to her. The wheel is turning in her favor, his or her favor. Or, you know, there's a heightened spirituality, which brings, you know, more friendship and love into the relationship. Possibly more playfulness, right? Because it's a page of cups is like, you know, more fun, and more like fun loving, playful, right? So maybe it's urging you to be like more, you know, lighthearted, and also it could be, you know, saying, you know, you need to work on some of your inner child issues. So the Page of Cup has some issues, possibly from, you know, a mother, you know, a father, could be either one, from something or somebody that they need to deal with. And, you know, when they clear out those things from their heart, then they can get the knowledge they need. But meanwhile, in their heart, they're like back and forth, and having hopeless thoughts. There's no way for this enlightenment to enter. So we need to think more positive thoughts and listen and not just be talking and chattering and telling ourselves things and self-sabotaging ourselves, you know, because that will bring sabotage to the relationship and keep you, you know, just stuck in your head versus feeling love and being in your heart. So once you get into that heart space, right, that's the matter of it all. Once you get into your heart space and start loving yourself, and start having that connection from above, being emotionally stable, you know, then you have this instant urge to just like make your life so exactly how you always wanted it. And you have the motivation and you have the determination. And that's when things start falling off that, you know, are not going to support you getting there. Or things that were holding you back, which is a good thing. You know, they say you can burn the ships and don't look back, if that's possible, right? So, you know, just take the lessons is what you're supposed to do, and move forward with action towards your new goals, and, you know, make new happy memories. And it's already a good situation, so I can't see what is the problem. Let me see if I can figure out what the problem is here. Let me grab my cards in a different deck here. Excuse me. Let's just use these. Not the easiest to shuffle, but let's see if we can figure out any, what do you call it? Spirit angels, guys, please show us any blockages here. Any issues that are needing to be addressed that are causing, or why you're needing them to go within. What answers, what is keeping them, you know, either stuck or moving backwards instead of moving forwards. Why does sometimes somebody feel, you know, stuck in their head too much, or, you know, and in some kind of mental prison, you know. What challenges are they facing? Is it health? Is it, you know, that can take a toll on people's marriage if their health is challenged, you know, and their moods affected. Is this just all a matter of divine timing, as we see the, you know, the wheel there? You know, do we create our destiny? Do we, you know, let it happen to us? And I say both, you know. You can have what you want, and you have free will, and you can make the life you want. And if you don't, by proxy, the universe is going to come in, and they're they're going to come in and make choices for you that they think are the best for you. Okay? And sometimes, you know, you're not prepared for those. But if you're in alignment, sometimes you can be prepared and can understand, okay, I know what I need to work on, and I know what it's going to take to get through this, and I know it's going to be painful, and I'm going to prepare for that. Okay, and put that support around me I need to get through it, to become better, to have that Empress energy of self-love and abundance and joy and, you know, extreme wisdom and making good choices, and just, you know, embodied all of the queens, right? Who attracts her divine counterpart into the Emperor. But it does look at the stage up in the beginning where there's knights and pages. You know, she's thinking about it, and there's reason for it. I guess it's still, you know, something young and unsure, a lot of uncertainties, especially if they've had past pains, you know, or they're trying to compare their, you know, present life with their old life, and instead of, you know, realizing the growth within themselves, their significant other, or in the people around them, and ascend, right? Use that new expanded awareness to be different and grow, and realize that people around you have changed too, and to treat them accordingly, right? And if you are in that a high priestess status, then that is why you can see underneath it you have the Ace of Swords, because she can understand. She's divinely connected to the other side of the veil, you know, and to divine, directly knowing, very intuitive, and now she knows what to do. What was bringing her down, or what needs to come down to keep in this Empress energy, okay? To keep in it, to get to it first, and then to keep in it, right? So first is getting to it, and then is, you know, staying there, you know. But someone is determined to keep this marriage together, or this relationship or companionship, and it's very clear that, you know, there's a lot of burdens felt, but justice comes in to say, okay, let's, you know, let's drop those, let's go ahead and drop those burdens. You've learned your lesson, you know, you've gone through, you know, destruction and rebuilding mode, or you've gone through destruction mode and rebuilding mode, and, you know, possibly, you know, now the person who is feeling burden, it to me would be the divine masculine, because the last card is the Emperor, which actually could be an Aries. That is the card of the Aries card. And the Ace of Swords and the Justice here actually is Libra cards in particular too. But like I said, all of the signs are here. Fate is at play, so you're urged to just, you know, put trust in God and the universe, that they're working behind the scenes. And for you just to keep putting forth faith and love in every situation that you're in. And He will guide you to what you should do in every moment, instead of worrying about, you know, the Ten of Swords and everything, worrying about everything. You know, just worry about, you know, a few things every day. You know, being grateful and trying to better yourself, right? And doing the things your soul desires, and just being honest with yourself, and continuing to, you know, see how you can contribute to not only yourself, you know, because if you think about how you can contribute to humanity, that might help you want to grow faster, you know. Or if you, you know, see that someone is ahead of you, you know, then you may want to, okay, if you're determined to be with that person, to, you know, put down any kind of hostilities or any, you know, kind of wrath against somebody, and bygones be bygones, you know, go in hermit mode, finish your hermit mode soul, you know, soul evolution, and take the steps, you know, towards maybe trying with this person again. As you see, there's the Six of Pentacles, and trying to now for it to be an equal give and take, which it should be, because I see here that it's, we have the Emperor, and then we also have the Empress. So those are the kind of people who are going to have the same energy. They're going to mesh. They're going to do great things together. Power couple, right? They have a purpose together. But it kind of feels like up here there's just a wobble where there's just differences and different perspectives. And so that's causing some kind of like conflict, possibly. That's why there's the Eight of Swords, you know, and some kind of seemingly feeling of instability, but in the sense of emotions, not you know, monetary, because they have they already have the Ten of Pentacles. They have the Two of Cups is there. No, I don't understand how you can have a Two of Cups and then, you know, be feeling like you're stuck, right? So for me, it's saying there might be too much emphasis on the material things and not on the spiritual, or, you know, the emotional side, or possible, you know, physical ailments that cause, you know, problems. But I don't see anything physical except for the Four of Cups, where they may be feeling hopeless. So there may be some depression there that I can see. And that, well, the Eight of Swords is like anxiety and mental anguish. So, you know, that can tax the relationship, you know, as well. Any kind of confusion or doubt, definitely fear. So if those are some of the swords that are in this Four of Swords, then those are the reasons why something is not meshing or working, in what they need to work on, so that they can either be back together, or, you know, meet with a person that is meant for them, and be at the same level they are, and make for a good relationship, as they're on the same, you know, level, when it comes to an energetic level, right? Because your energies can either jive and like magnetize or repel at any time, right? So usually they come out. Let's see, I got a King of Pentacles again, so that's a confirmation. So there is like a gift being offered, of finances. You could be getting a loan for a house. You could be getting money to start a business, or just become more financially stable, dealing with the boss, feeling more secure financially, maybe started a new business. So your pentacles are growing. There are very much so opportunities that I think you are taking action on, because you have the Ten of Pentacles. And or this is also a man who's coming in, active, mature, masculine, very educated, has money, possibly even good work ethic, you know, stable, financially stable, secure, very content and happy, loving, conservative and practical, you know. So those are some very good qualities to have. And that person is coming in not only as a Queen of Cups, but, you know, also as an Emperor. So they have all of the qualities by the time you guys reach each other or meet with each other. So this could have been a divorce and then getting back together, or this could be moving on to another person and getting with a different partner, counter partner, or partnership that of your choosing, or that of the universe sending to you. But we do have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so I got that also, and I'll put that over obstacles. And this is just somebody who, you know, it's like they have money, they're independent, but they want love, and they gotta have it. You know, it's not gotta have it like codependency, but like ready. You know, it's like, okay, I was fine on, you know, my own, or I was hiding my feelings and I was doing fine and I was showing a lot of love, but I wasn't allowing myself to be loved, even if it was there to be offered. So the Nine of Cups could be part of the problem, that you're not letting in love, but maybe you are loving or you're not showing love, right? Just definitely the prosperity there. Somebody maybe in retirement mode. Usually someone who makes good judgments, materially stable, good health, you know, and wellness. So this is a person who's needing some more stability in their life, needing to just enjoy more of the luxuries, and not just, you know, focus on all the pain and you know, on the daily basis, and just thinking about the pain of things, and make new memories, enjoy life. So you're needing to enjoy life more, okay? But these are you know, you didn't complete something that you needed to, I guess, with this person, you know, in order to move on. Their temperance, I guess, did not get had, you know, so you were needing some enlightenment, which we talked about with the Ace of Swords. And usually Saturn slowback comes around and helps us with that, right? And so the problem was that the results that you were wanting, like, they actually didn't happen how you thought they would, and people probably weren't taking responsibility for their own actions, and just shame, blame, right, judging, not holding loving space, and just, you know, possibly bantering, maybe arguing, maybe fighting, what have you. And so they weren't able to really have harmony and unity in the relationship that they're supposed to learn together in this contract. So once they have the harmony and they take responsibility, and, you know, for this, and possibly the relationship could work, and or they could, you know, at least leave through, you know, leave one cycle behind and start a better new one together. But there's some disharmony, you know, and there needs to be some more harmony, more unity, more talking, so that, you know, you give wisdom one to another as you listen, and have success by working together, okay? Just making sure you're honest with your expression, and then, you know, you can bring to completion this cycle of disharmony, okay? Because we need to cut those ties so we can show our future generations how to have good relationships, right? And that's one of the things we're here to also do. And then Five of Pentacles for the past, or the immediate past, is just somebody in poverty mode or scarcity mode, like, oh, there's not enough money, so I can't do this, or an excuse for everything, you know, oh, I wouldn't be able to do that, I can't do that, I don't have enough this, or I don't have enough that. And just like a scarcity, poverty thinking, you know, trying to hold on to too tightly to something or somebody, instead of like being risky, you know, going out there, you know, planting a pentacle and watching it grow, or, you know, just if it's a person, you know, allowing that, what could I say, fear that of, you know, change, which fives are, and uncertainty to unravel as they will, and not hold on to them and try and, you know, to avoid change. Could be financial hardships, but this card in this particular deck says, you know, marriage vows for richer or poorer. So, you know, it could be that, you know, maybe one wants a divorce, one doesn't, or they are both determined to keep this relationship, and they realize what they said was for rich or for poor, right? So they're pretty rich, but they're pretty poor in spirit. So I don't know where the cutoff line is, right? But I really don't think you should live in disharmony the rest of your life. So that's possibly why there might be like a separation, a divorce, and a coming back together, or just a total change of life towards a new person, right? But this is part of the problem, is that scarcity thinking, that fear of abandonment, and therefore not opening your heart or not giving your full heart and being honest with your feelings and working on those inner, you know, issues that needs to be worked on. Fear of abandonment is a big deal and has to be worked on, or it will be the part of the downtrodden of that relationship. So this also could be meaning that they were being more detached emotionally, and it does show, you know, it's cold. Somebody maybe they feel lonely, or that they need more attention, or they're being rejected and just feeling out in the cold, or like they're not included, or they're not important, or they're not loved. That could have been part of the dynamic of the past as well, if not still going on, but definitely the recent past. But with the Ten of Pentacles, I would say that they did overcome that, and they did it very swiftly. Over the Two of Cups here, we've got Seven of Swords in reverse. So that is, Swords is about struggle and conflict, and, you know, intellect and thinking, or preparing, or, you know, revealing knowledge, gaining clarity, or in this case, this is two people really coming together and being open and being honest, and, you know, repenting for what they did to each other, so they can bring harmony. Because the Ten of Pentacles shows really quick, and so does the Queen of Love, and the Ace of Cups, and the Wheel, and the Ace, and the letting go of the old, and, you know, determination for the marriage, and it just, you know, balance, and, you know, finishing soul contracts or soul journeys, and moving forward fearlessly towards this equal give and take, as rule and reign together in their kingdom. Okay, this king and queen that are right here together, this emperor and empress that rule their kingdom together. This is very beautiful reading. I'm very excited that this happened. However, you know, whatever happens, I'm just glad that the steps were taken. But this is all basically like not set in stone. So, of course, people would have to put in their efforts. So they would have to say, yes, exactly what that card said, you know, get honest with themselves, and be open, be vulnerable, right? Be remorseful, remorseful, instead of saying just, oh, well, I'm sorry you feel that way, like, I really love you, and the last thing I want to do is hurt you. I really wish that I didn't do that. I hope you forgive me, and let's talk about it. What could have done, what how could we have handled that differently, or how could each one think, how could they have handled it differently, and resolve to do that. That's called a compromise. So if that can't happen, then you can't move forward. But this was in the reverse, and I hardly get reversals with these ever. So what's happening right now is this person is very determined to keep this relationship together. And it looks like whatever they did, they brought this person out of this literal Eight of Swords, and with their beautiful offer and action. Okay, the very, very most beautiful offer in the world. All of my heart, all of my soul. Finally brought it to you. And turned them into this queen of love. Like as if it was magic at a magical ball. Because they'd never seen such, determination in love and offer of themselves, the stability of every sort, including the emotional portion, if that's what's needed. Or if this is the new person, then obviously this is a good offer, and you don't want to turn it down. But you do want to think about it and be cautious, so and that's why when the offer does come, whether it's new or the one that, a renewed one, you definitely want to think about it, because you don't want to go in another cycle roller coaster of the same old thing if there's no compromises and changes of behavior, right? We need action. So this person is either going to come to realize, this person's not going to change, and I'm just going to move away until they do, and I'm here when they get back. Or, this is not going to work, and I'm just going to work on myself and self-love, and, work on my passions, work on my goals, my dreams that I lost, and why I was always in my mind and tormented. Because a lot of people who are like this, they are in their mind a lot because they're worried what other people will think, or they're trying to help so many people, right? In this case, it could be just family and children, because this person wants them to feel so much love that they forget to put the love into themselves. And that's a big deal right now in these days. So I see a lot of passion, a lot of ideas, and I see destruction of the old part of this person that didn't serve them, and turned them from that Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, into this Page of Wands that soon will be not only Queen of Wands, right, which also is an Aries and a fire sign, but will become the Empress, right, and be balanced and be the High Priestess, the Magician, Queen of Cups, Swords, Wands, and Pentacles, all of them. Very well-rounded and loving, unconditionally loving. Swords also, though, I do want to warn you, that can be, somebody who's trying to cause conflict or stop something. So if someone's moving on, they may want to try to stop it. They may have hurtful words. They may try to use that sword towards, in any way to ruin the relationship. We've seen that happen so many times, right? And, you know, we really just need to realize that we are all free agents, and we should all, you know, be where we want to be and be with the people who we feel love us. And realize that if, you know, one of the other people are not feeling that they are being loved the way they deserve, then, you know, that's their prerogative to move on and not yours to necessarily, you know, this isn't like they're defending it, you know, this is determination to keep it. But it can also be like at all costs, right? Like control, like anger, like I'm going to cause conflict, this is war, like why are you doing this? You know, just all intellect and no heart, you know. And it is a knight, not the King of Swords, who otherwise would, you know, act a little bit more mature and make better decisions, right? But Lady Justice does come in, so either way, you're highly protected, regardless if this is a good or bad card, if it's fighting for you and determined, or if it's someone trying to stop you from moving on. Either way, you just stay calm in the storm and work towards keeping your energy high, your Empress or your Emperor energy. And, you know, continue to be yourself. You're generous, you know, leader, adventurous, loving, you know, and work on those things that you need to work on. But, yeah, I mean, in the future, I think there will be a time where, you know, someone decides, okay, well, let me just put my trust in the universe. Let me put my trust in you. Let me put my trust in something, and then they just jump, and they're like, I can't just stay still in this. I can't just stay still in this hangman energy anymore. Like, I gotta jump somewhere. I gotta do something. I gotta go somewhere different. Okay. So this could be like, hey, you know, let's really give this a best shot, you know, and work on openness, honesty, you know, and forget the deceitful stuff, or, you know, what have you. This is restoration of something. So you can just jump into that, you know, that would be great. This is like a new beginning, so it could be a new beginning to, you know, a relationship that was, you know, on the rocks and disharmonious, and really now finally coming to that point of penance where they, you know, feel like they need to, you know, have harmony and, you know, stop working against the relationship and work for it. You know, don't do things that, you know, bring bad luck, or that feel, you know, hurtful, or have, you know, hidden agendas, or that, you know, playing any kind of mind games or something of that nature, right? Because sometimes the Knight of Swords can be also manipulation or mind games, right? So this could be a person who's like that. But we do have King of Pentacles twice. So I don't know if that's two people or one. To me, it just means that they're on their way. And this could be two different people. It could be one. I feel like they're, you know, this King of Pentacles, this is coming. Because it's like, oh no, maybe this person knows this person. It's like, they're coming for this person, you know. This is their ex or something. And then you're like, well, you know, the other, you know, person could show up, and, you know, you could leave with that person, or this is the love of your life, which should make more sense, that you're renewing your love with here and growing together and ascending together like you're supposed to, and become that the relationship that you're supposed to. So yeah, I think that this is something, I think this is like a last try type of thing, it seems. You know, I do see there is a lot to work on, so that may be why, you know, there's a lot of contemplating, the Eight of Swords, like stuck in your mind type of thing. You know, and maybe this person who's you know, needing to grow up a little bit and be more mature because they're not doing some things they should, or because that's the obstacle, they're needing to be in Nine of Pentacles. So, you know, whatever it is that they need to work on, they need to work on, right? But that Knight of Pentacles, you know, becomes the Queen of Cups. They start to have the love that the relationship needs, is the way I see it. So that's why I say these two are the same person. But there's always different ways of looking, you know, at it. This could also mean that, you know, a new person does come around with an offer, an offer of love, an offer of their pentacle, their cup, and just the newness, a new beginning, because it's a new person. So, because of the Page of Cup, you know, that would be like new love, or the starting over of the love, and the person going, I don't know if I want to go in that cycle again, and realizing, okay, well, whatever they realize, and, you know, sending them right where they're supposed to be at the right time, because we have the wheel right on top of the person thinking, and then whatever the Tower brings down, it's also at a fated time, and the Knight of Swords comes in just at the right time, and whatever happens is supposed to, as is any encounter with anybody. There are soulmates to learn things. And it's either, oh, this person really loves me enough to put in the effort now, so they want to offer equal give and take. Just reading down this line, the Six of Pentacles on the bottom, you know, the High Priestess getting information, and doing her thing and becoming an Empress and waiting for her Emperor. A cup of love being offered, but this time sincerely, and then abundantly, in a marriage or wanting marriage, and just really putting the action into it, or being, you know, forced that way towards love as it falls in your lap, apparently. I guess when you stop trying sometimes, you know, you just let it happen naturally, then, you know, that's the best way to do it. So remember to work on that Nine of Pentacles and just becoming the person that you want to have, and, you know, they will show up as you are, you know, your 9 Pentacles, your 10 Pentacles, your Emperor, Empress status, however. And just be careful with the other opportunities that may show their face that could be beguiling you and aren't worth your time and energy and emotions. And just do you until you know, and you know you're either back or you're with your person. Then this line here is a Queen of Cups who's very much in love and is become stable emotionally, right? We had some emotional instability going on here, possibly because of self-doubt, stagnation, right? Distractions, delays, you know, not doing what you need to do to, you know, bring your relationship to the next level. You know, maybe possibly, you know, the romance, you know, kind of waned, and so it got kind of stagnant, or, you know, you stopped going on the dates, or you stopped giving praise to each other, or whatever happened to where life just got, you know, stagnant. So now is the time to complete projects, work on things together, see what common interests you have, and work on things together so there's no more delays and stagnancy, and, you know, just really focus in on each other instead of the outside world that brings too many distractions, you know, to you. So I guess we'll be done with those cards. And to end, I have these cards I'd like to see any come out. Please show me any messages for our viewers today. And let me know what it is that they need to know. Spirits, angels, and guides. Holy Spirit, we ask you to give us a message that our viewers today, the collective, and those drawn to this channel need to know. And if you're liking the content, please do give me a like, hit the thumbs up, and you know, show me some love that way. I'd appreciate it. This says re-energize your life, clear, positive space, and harmony, and then whole self-health, natural therapy, balance, Ayurveda. So yes, definitely you're needing to work on your health and nurturing yourself, eating good foods, becoming whole, preparing for union with a deep union, you know, of souls with your divine counterpartner, either a new one, your divine counterpart for the first time, or, you know, deepening that bond with who you are with. So they're asking you to re-energize your life, bring more life into it, have more fun, get more adventurous and playful, and get into your heart and out of your mind, and, you know, start, you know, thinking about the things you used to be passionate about, and bring them back to life, and start putting in some effort and watching it grow so you can have satisfaction and happiness and love and harmony. Harmony's been the big deal here. And they're just asking you to have a positive space where you can clear your mind, clear your chakras, your aura, your, you know, just a space you can go to be at peace and meditate daily. And to, you know, if you're having some kind of imbalances, to try natural therapies first. Or look up Ayurveda. It's Ayurveda, and then, you know, try those therapies first. I really like Ayurveda because they focus on everything. It's not like, oh, here, just take this pill for that. Oh, and then this pill for that. They deal with body, mind, and soul, which I think is amazing, because you shouldn't just go to the one type of a doctor and not another, you know. You should go see every which one that can check you up, give you checkups, and make sure that you're doing well physically, mentally, emotionally, and, you know, even financially. It needs to be, you know, a financial planner, or what have you, okay? So I'm gonna also leave it here at that, and I'm really happy that you were here with me today. And I hope that you got some answers to what the problem is, what is the possible outcomes, and what you can do to make what outcome happen, okay? And I would say in 5 months is when you guys will either be getting back together if you separate, or whenever you'll meet your divine counterpart for the first time. So what's that? February, March, April, May, June. Sometime like in June, so I'd say in the summertime. You know, you may get an offer before then, but he'd be showing up sometime in June. But the offer, let's see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, you could have some changes come towards you in April, and then other changes happening in June is what I can foresee at the moment, with my ability to, you know, look towards time. And yeah, so something pretty significant will happen during those times. Okay, Mercury retrograde has something to do with it. A Gemini could be of importance, a Sagittarius, a fire sign, also air sign. Got 2 fire signs and or 3 fire signs and 1 air sign on the board. There is going to be a lot of change, possibly for the Aries or with another Aries, or in the time frame of whenever Aries season is. Something major could be going on there. Some type of enlightenment, possibly that's where that sword ended up. That sword of truth, right? The Ace of Swords. So in that time frame, you may be gaining some deep insight that you need to propel you forward in a great way. Transformation, okay? We're talking from not that little, but like huge transformation. Okay, that's how your life is going to be. And at the time, at this moment, we're definitely seeing a lot of changes and transformations, even down to a cellular level. So there are changes taking place, and I know that they're uncomfortable, but by the time you get here, this is going to feel good. It's a good change, and in the meantime, this is good, but it doesn't always feel good. The changes that you're going through now, and we're actually in the sign of Aquarius. So I guess, this could also do with the Aquarius or Cancer, or the time frames of those months. Aquarius starts June 20th. So it started, did it start June 20th? Yeah. And let's see, not June. What did I say, June? January. Sorry, January. So January, and then through, I would say February the 2nd. But anyways, yeah, Mercury is running through us at the moment. So we're just urged to have courage through it, to use this as a time to reevaluate, and then have that courage to follow, knowing that, something big and amazing is going to happen, is soon. Your goals and dreams are going to come to fruition. Maybe this is when you reconcile with yourself, your differences, your ex, or if you separated, just the person you separated from. Maybe it's just a significant time. But yeah, this is a special year, and people could just be trying to decide what's best for them right now, and what changes they need to make, and finding the courage to make those things happen, like to believe that they can, right? To keep their health up, keep their companionship, equal and harmonious, take care of their body and themselves and their minds, and, just really have a support system through your challenges, and just, knowing your spirit guides are with you, God, the angels, so you're never alone, and that you will go through challenges, okay? There's definitely a message that there will be challenges. They will seem unsurmountable, like mountains, right? But, you can go around them, over it, through it, I don't know. But you're going to be able to get through it. And it will be in divine timing, okay? You just find that space to connect with the divine, and he will give you, the signs on how to part the Red Sea, okay? Miracles do happen. They still do. So speak with the divine. Be grateful where you're at while striving to be better. Ask God for help to release people, places, and things that drain your vital essence. Okay, so that you can be enthusiastic and have joy, which is what we were here to experience, is joy. Okay, so you keep striving. Eventually, the individual's ego drives to make things happen. Falls away, replaces with a relaxed, trusting openness to answer as they arise. Thank you, Divine, for letting me move with the flow. So striving, but also going with the flow. Like, don't resist, you know. Okay, what you resist persists. So, you know, divine timing means that you have to have patience and go through challenges and learn things and take care of yourself and, you know, meditate and have that sacred space and sacred time with the divine. And just when it comes to the first card I picked, companion, was it ship? It says, when you fully bless and embrace your aloneness, you're ready for the one who are meant to be with you. May I welcome this solitude, knowing it will open the way for all healthy relationships. So you choose somebody because you want them, not because you need them, right? That's codependency. You know, and you want someone that you find by accident and they stay on purpose, right? So just be okay with the aloneness of it all, knowing that you're not alone. You're just, you know, not together with somebody in the physical. And that when the divine timing is at hand, you know, the one that's meant for you will be there, and your soul family will all as well will show up at the time they need to help you. And to know that, you know, you always have free will, which means it's always up to you. You can make the choice, right? So you can choose any direction that you want to go, and you're urged to follow the direction of your heart, the one that feels best for your soul, not just, you know, in, you know, may seem logical or what have you. It's got to be something that's felt on a soul level, you know, for you to make decisions on, not just, you know, because you feel it one day, you know, something you take into deep consideration before you make whatever these big decisions are, you know, and, you know, and the little decisions that you'll have to make. But romance is on its way, and that was the theme of yesterday. So it looks like that is going to be the deciding factor for you. You know, who's bringing the romance, right? Because you're romantic, probably a hopeless romantic. And there will be someone coming within the next few months, either for reconciliation of an ex or renewal, you know, of commitment, you know, saying, you know, I'm sorry I didn't put it in my half, and I, you know, like the line said, you know, I really want to commit to this and offer you, I'm determined, I want equal give and take, I love you so much, and I don't have to check off a box to try and be romantic. You know, I just want to bring happiness and love to you. I want to be one with you. I want to feel your soul and not just, you know, your body. You know, there's got to be love and passion. And you're going to have abundance. This is for sure. Remember that meditation actually is what brings answers. Okay, these relationships are not going to work unless you can communicate clearly. You can compromise. So for those who are not able to compromise and communicate clearly, and there's just harmony, you are actually urged to take action, but not to, you know, not take action, but like have a plan, you know, if needs be, but, you know, wait on it, see that, you know, where things go, and, you know, then take action on whatever it is that you're being told to do. Is it to leave the past? Is it to leave the person? So it is saying to wait. It does look like if for those people who are wanting to, you know, get with another person because you're still healing, or you want to get back with the person that you broke up with. They're saying, wait. You'll know when you get truth. You'll know in your heart what to do. Okay, and just look for the sign. Okay, so you're gonna know. You're gonna look for the sign, and you're gonna ask your angels for the sign, and they're gonna say yes. And then they're gonna move that wheel of fortune, because you've already gone through your recovery mode, and they're gonna put upon you that Ace of Swords and knowledge, you see, down to you. It's the time, it's the place, or whatever you need to know, right? And then it's up to you to listen to your intuition, okay? If there's any kind of fear that you feel or doubt, it's unlikely that's the right decision, okay? So ask for help from others to help you to make good decisions, okay? But if you are aligned with Heavenly Father and there's peace of mind, or just a real sense of knowing, then, take that as a yes, when you feel confidence. There's no doubts about it. It's like, yeah. And, like I said earlier, you're going to have that opportunity. It is going to come. But remember to be cautious and get more information, and, know that the current situation you find yourself actually is going to improve. So there will be harmony. You will see the light. It will begin to get more brighter and fun and more emotionally stable. And maybe it'll be a possibility that, if you divorce, you decide not to, after all. It's, again, like the first card said, it's up to you. So you can always seek out, helpful people that love you. They might have a different perspective to help you with things that you need to know that maybe you didn't really understand until you feel 100% ready, okay? But no, there actually is, for some people, something better out there. So if that's you and that resonates with you, let that be your confirmation, okay? Or possibly when you think of someone, or you think of flowers, whoever you think about when you think about those flowers is probably the person that you're going to be with. Not necessarily that just came to me, but you will have great friendship with them, and it will be a deep bond. So it does look like for some people, there is a very, very deep soul contract coming in, and it feels very healing, very loving. Very much like a past life feeling, but there is something that they help you with, possibly, and it might have something to do with forgiveness, or they may be asking for forgiveness, or you may be asking them for forgiveness for something. But healing does come to it, so don't stop. Definitely. If you believe that connection can work, then it will. And so your efforts are bringing big happy changes. And for this person, you are definitely being advised to choose a new direction. Whatever that is, let it be towards love of yourself, and just being by yourself. Love for the person that comes in because that it's them, or just keep working and on yourself, and until it just stumbles upon you, right? And that's just letting divine time happen and going with the flow and becoming the person you want to be like, right? But you're choosing a new direction, which means you're choosing to be a different type of person, to go against the grain, to love when that person's not being lovable. Well, usually you're supposed to be defensive if someone's being ugly, right? No, it's time to use it, to go in a new direction and choose different ways of being and doing things, and being assertive. That's the key to your heart, that we're no longer shaming and blaming and judging each other. There has to be compassion, a good communication, and speaking with love. that's the key to keeping a happy home, a happy life, a happy marriage, you know, and a happy self, happy any relationship, you know, just to keep the peace about you. It's the key to happiness and peace and unity and harmony is to be love, to be light, right? To master thyself, master thy emotions. The angels do want to say that there is nothing to worry about, okay? Um, and for some, it's not the right timing, and for some, it's the perfect timing. So you know what resonates with you, but you're always asked to reconsider, right? And you know, and remain positive. And in the near future, you will have, you know, the knowledge you need, or you will get back with this person if you do actually separate, or, you know, things will get better, because the angel said, you know, things were going to get better. So, you know, in the near future, perhaps they get better if you start to implement those things that we discussed about, and, you know, people's health improves. You know, that even could be mentally. We talked about the Eight of Swords being like anxiety and in your head, and being undecisive, or, you know, feeling hurt, or not being healed. You know, that's also, you know, bad, brings about bad health. So, you know, improving one's health is going to be another determining factor into plays into whether this is a peaceful resolution or not. Okay, so if people can move past things, then they're not going to be stagnant, and they can be successful. Otherwise, there's going to be lots of delays or changes that you do or don't want, but they are prompting you to look for peaceful resolutions, to turn away from any kind of mistrust, deceit, or trying to take things into your own hands, and to be peaceable at all times, in any type of resolution stage. And, you know, if you're not feeling at peace, then to trust the divine. Trust him and ask him for peace, okay? But you are going to need to stay close, because you may have something in the next few months happening, right? It's January, almost February, March, April. Yeah, we talked about something happening in April. That's 3 months. This is a few. So yeah, you'll have things happening in a few months, but also within the next few weeks, things are happening. So what are you doing? Are you taking action towards the harmony of this relationship so it doesn't deteriorate? Or, you know, are you continuing for, you know, your own self-destruction, and, you know, moving away from each other, or away from your goals and happiness? You know, like, it's up to you what you're going to do, but you do need to take action in order to manifest your life and how you want it to happen, how you want it to look like, right? Otherwise, destiny is just going to bring upon you as it pleases. So you are being urged to let go of any hostilities in your heart, so that you can have love in it, and all your relationships will be harmonious, okay? And I want you to know deeply, okay, this is one of the biggest messages I have here, is that a year from now, you're going to be a totally different person, okay? And if, like, you look down towards the bottom, it probably added up to about a year. I didn't check. 10 to 12 months, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah. So a year from now, you're going to be totally different. You're going to be empresses and emperors, the people who are watching this. You're going to be healers. You're going to be really delved into your purpose. You're going to be tapped in to spirit, aligned, enlightened, highly protected. Your gifts will be so strong, and you'll be teamed up and making a global global help around the world, global unity, global bringing light globally to the world, heaven to earth, right? Even whether it's with prayers, healing, counseling, with whatever you do. But yeah, looks like we're going through all this so we can raise to a higher level of ascension and work together as couples to on our purpose. And we have great purposes. Most people are here that are listening, and you are being honed, or not honed, or I can't think of the word. You are definitely being refined for this great project that you will love to do, and it's what you came here to do. But you have to, go through some self-mastery to get to where you need to be spiritually as well, to be allowed into this type of higher level to heal, is what I'm getting. Keep getting. And so if you think that you can do it on your own, you can't. If you think you can lie your way through things, you can't. If you think you can not rely on God and not surrender, it's going to just bring about misery and delays. If you think that joy just comes, it doesn't, unless you really believe and you ask God and Jesus and your angels, and you're living your purpose. You can't, because it's when you come into balance and you live your life well that you feel like you can soar. You feel like you're flying. You feel like exactly where you're supposed to be. But not if you don't do the self-mastery that I spoke of in the soul evolution, okay? But as soon as you do, you're going to have success. Great, great, great success. And this no will definitely turn into a yes, okay? So successful, flying high, bright light, very connected, living large, physically, mentally, emotionally. She's smiling ear to ear. Can't get any happier. This is like the Sun card. So welcome to your future, and thank you for being here with me. I love you all.